Hello and welcome to the Daily Mill for Friday, the 18th of July, 2025. In today's Mill news, Matchday today, a long time ago, in the morning, 9:30 British time. Lions complete Spain camp with Elche test. Millwall were defeated 2-1 by Elche CF at the Pinatar Arena on Friday morning. Luke Cundle's second goal in as many games gave the Lions a lead on the hour mark, but a quick-fire equaliser and a late winner from the Spanish outfit gave Elche the win in Millwall's final outing of their pre-season camp. Alex Neil fielded separate 11s for the first 60 minutes and the final 30 minutes. As per Tuesday night's 3-0 win over Northampton Town, with the likes of Max Crocombe, Ben Drake, Casper Denor and Josh Coburn lining up at the start. In the morning heat, the Spanish side were the ones keeping possession and advancing into the Lions' penalty area, with Crocombe having to make a smart save and Tristan Crammer having to clear away from danger as Millwall were restricted to pot shots from distance. Millwall's first chance of the morning came in the 20th minute, but after a corner kick was nodded back across goal by Jake Cooper at the far post, no Lion could get his head onto it to open the scoring from yards out. Meanwhile, Mendoza had an effort for Elche, saved by Crocombe seconds before the first water break of the afternoon, with Crammer striking over him from close range following meeting a corner in the last action of the first half. There was just over an hour played when the Lions took the lead, and Maku advancing into the box before drilling an effort into the box. A lot of into the box, which was tucked home by Cundle under the grasp of the goalkeeper. That was immediately preceded by a raft of changes, with names such as Jafet Tanganga, Wes Harding and Macaulay Langstaff taken to the field, but on 67 minutes Elche were level as Uruari was able to slide the ball home from the edge of the area. How was he able to do that? Did you forget something? Did you forget the mistake from the goalkeeper? We have eyes, we can see. Mihailo Ivanovic struck wide as the game opened up before Tanganga had to make a vital tackle with just 10 minutes left to play to prevent the Liga side from taking a late lead. Langstaff had the ball in the net in the 85th minute, was judged to be in an offside position, with that proving to be a pivotal moment as Elche were able to poke home the winner a minute later through Bakary. The Lions now head home. This doesn't make sense. There's a word missing, I think. The Lions now head home to England, where they will face 3 consecutive away pre-season friendlies to come at AFC Wimbledon, Bromley and Sutton United. I'm not going to tell you the teams here. I'll tell you the teams in a minute. Subs not used, Preston Kendall. Millwall scorer was Cundle. Now, I thought that it was a Maku. And I think a lot of people thought it was a Maku. But then, when I didn't find out it was Condor until I was on Twitter while I was watching the game on Millwall TV. There was no commentator on Millwall TV, which I don't blame them for that. It's but yeah, I thought when Maku kicked it in, and players were booked. Lamptey was booked and Ivanovic was booked. I will say. So this match report is from millfc.co.uk. It reads like a school report. Now, obviously, they don't want to throw the Mill players under the bus. They have to probably see them every day. It's not what they want to do, especially now. I think that the offices are now at Calmont Road, so they have to see them every day. So you don't want to shit on the players in the match report. But the equaliser game. So what happened was, first off, surprised at how physical Elche were. I don't know if it's because they were playing Millwall, they were playing the English team, they kind of stepped up, or if that's how they always play. I kind of have this feeling, this mentality, and it kind of goes back to before, like a long time ago, because do you remember when it was old Beckham and Owen and McManaman, they went over to Real Madrid? And the games got put on, so the Liga games are on Sky Sports. So I was like, I started watching it, and you can see it, and they're not very physical. So I don't have in my mind that Spanish team. I feel that they're very physical. They kind of sit off, and they try and keep possession. Really, that's what I think. But seeing them play, they were very physical and quite surprising. So, especially in a pre-season friendly, even if they don't play like that normally, they were like it's a pre-season friendly, and I think it's their first one. I think they maybe their first or second one. So yeah, I don't know if that was a tactic that they deployed just because it was Millwall, but so that was the thing. Now, in terms of the first half of Millwall, we had Coburn up front on his own, very isolated, didn't really do much, but and you can see in the match report they mentioned the set pieces. So that was the thing, our chances in the first half come from the set pieces. Obviously, second half starts, the same team starts because they're going to 60 minutes. Before we get to 60 minutes, Coburn goes down injured. Kind of looks bad, but then, he gets up and he walks off. And Ivanovic, like the player, this is around about probably 57, 58 minutes. And they're all, all the players are getting ready to come on. They're all kind of, they're all on the sidelines, standing up, you're stretching and stuff like that. So then, they just send Ivanovic on early and just pull Coburn off. I thought they were going to do the whole team, but they just did him. And immediate impact that Ivanovic makes when he comes on. He was involved in the goal. He was involved in a chance even before the goal, which comes, around about the 60th minute, 59 or whatever. And then straight after that, change gets made. So obviously it's a pre-programmed change. They were going to do it anyway on the 60th minute. Like, it's all change. But that kind of messes it up because the players that are coming in, they're not really tuned up, and the Elche players stayed the same. And I think there was like a struggle to adjust to the reality of the match situation. Like I said, Elche very much were playing to win the game. They were very physical with it. If you don't believe me, you can watch it back. I'll tell you where you can watch the game in a minute anyway. I don't know if you've already watched it. Obviously, weekend coming up, I'm sure you've got better things to do. But if you ain't, I'll tell you where it is. So yeah, for their equalising goal, the ball's being passed around at the back. It goes back to George Evans. He takes a second touch, and he goes to take a third touch. And all the time he's doing this, there's a Elche player like 3 yards away from him. It's like, and he just gets in there and gets the ball out and passes it to the guy on the edge of the box, who kicks into the empty net because George Evans is off to the side trying to take 3 touches when there's a Liga player like 3 yards away from you. You can't really do that. You should have just pumped it up long or just kicked it over the stands. If you can't be taking, how many touches do you think you can get? You can't do it. You can't. It's not how it works. So that was a mistake from the goalkeeper, I'm afraid. But, to be fair, he'll just, the whole team had just come in. Most of them had changed. So they weren't really tuned up. So, yeah, that is that. What was the other thing? I don't know. I forgot. Their goal at the end, I didn't really notice that. There's some, good stuff being played from Millwall. Langstaff was fired up. He was more motivated than the Elche players in terms of physical. He was getting physical. I'm surprised he didn't get booked. He was kicking a few of their players up in the air and down on the ground. He was getting stuck in. So man, it was good to see. I mean, if you're not going to score goals, then kick a few players and get the crowd going, especially if you're playing out of the Den. We'll see how that works out for him. But there you go. So that's the match report. Let's get the match report from southernnews.co.uk. Let's see if they mention the goalkeeping error. So this is Millwall 1, Elche 2. Lions concede late winner in final pre-season friendly in Spain. Millwall lost 2-1 to La Liga side Elche in their second and final pre-season friendly at the Pinatar Arena in Murcia, Spain. In front of a large contingent of travelling Lions fans, Luke Cundle opened the scoring in the 61st minute after some good work by Adomu Maku. But Elche equalised minutes later through Ali Aori before Bakary Traore scored the winner in the final minutes of the match. Neil's voice frequently boomed out across the stadium, urging his players to press higher up the pitch. The Lions' higher press did unsettle Elche, but also led to a fast-paced transitional game of football, which, however, did not yield many chances for either side in the opening 45 minutes. Casper Denor had Mill's first sniff of goal in the 6th minute when he surged forward, intercepted the ball high up the pitch and attempted to catch Elche's keeper off his line, but his shot was deflected and easily gathered. Matchday was called into action in the 17th minute, making a sprawling save to deny Elche the opener after they built up down the right flank. Crocon made another stop in the 25th minute to keep out Rodri Mendoza's swerving shot from just outside the box. Tristan Kramer had the best chance of the half in the 45th minute. The French centre-back got on the step on his marker from a corner, but put Ben Drake's in-swinging set-piece over from close range. Bosh. Elche had the first sighted goal in the second half, with Crocon getting down low to keep out another long-range effort. Josh Coburn was caught by a late challenge in the 58th minute and was replaced by Mihailo Ivanovic. That's what I told you about. Millwall continued to tour and won. Millwall continued to tour and won the ball high in the 61st minute, eventually working it to Amaku, whose low ball across the box was tapped in by Cundle for the game's opener. So Cundle scored from about 1 or 2 yards out, so that's why it looked like Amaku had scored. We don't have any close-ups, and I don't think we had any replays. Shortly after, the Lions substituted an entirely new starting 11, and then obviously Elche equalised in the 68th minute after Rory sidefooted the ball into an empty net after they won the ball in Millwall's box again. How did they win the ball in Millwall's box? Why do they not? Why do they not tell the truth? Why do they not tell the truth? Ivanovic had a chance to restore the Lions' advantage in the 72nd minute when a poorly defended ball over the top deflected back to the Serbian striker, whose effort from outside the box was dragged wide with the goalkeeper well out of his net. In the 81st minute, a corner was cleared out to Benicio Bake on the right wing, who cut back onto his left foot and curled in an attempting ball that bounced through the 6-yard box before going out for a goal kick. Elche nearly broke through and scored their second in the 83rd minute, but they were denied by a well-timed tackle by Jafet Tanganga after their forward skipped through several challenges. Macaulay Langstaff had the ball in the back of the net in the 86th minute, but it was ruled out for offside. It came from a well-worked move that involved Ivanovic bringing the ball up the pitch, striking off several challenges before playing a 1-2 with Baker and flicking the ball over the top. Langstaff reacted first and slid the ball into the goal, but the linesman's flag was up instantly. I'm pretty sure, I don't know this for certain, but that the officials were, of course, Spanish. I should say, they look Spanish to me, and obviously the game's in Spain. You're not going to fly a third-party referee in, are you? I think they were Spanish, so just saying, not saying anything, but just saying, nudge, nudge, wink, wink. So Elche scored the winner a minute later following a rapid counter-attack that ended up with Traore tapping the ball into net from a low ball into the 6-yard box. Yeah. So we thought we'd scored the winner. Gets ruled off for offside, and they scored literally immediately afterwards. The Lions will now return to England, and their next friendly is a trip to AFC Wimbledon on Tuesday, July the 22nd. Kick-off at 7:30. Not 7:45, 7:30. Okay? 7:30. Now, let's have a look at the team. So this is a starting team. Crocom, Kramer, Cooper, Leonard, Coburn, try list, which is the same try list as before. Massimo Luongo, Imaku, Denor, Cundle, Drake and Howland. The subs were Preswosny, Evans, Beaumont, Matthews, Lamptey, Kendall and Massey. In that first half, like I said, Coburn was up on his own, very isolated. We didn't have a lot going on, really. Imaku, Imaku is an archetypal winger, You don't get many of them for the pound these days. And he blows hot and cold, but he can do magic. He's trying to do magic, and it doesn't always come off. He's trying to skip past people. He's trying to knock, kick and rush. He's trying to get past people, but it doesn't always work. But when it does, that's where the magic is. So, if he doesn't try to do things, then he's not gonna make any magic. But equally, it's not always going to be magic, and there's going to be some giving the ball away, missed touches and things like this with the ball going out for a throw-in. It is what it is. It is what it is. Drake again was pretty good. Denor was good. Massimo Longo, I think he's better in this game than the other game the other day. Like I said, this was a lot harder than the other game the other day. Obviously, we ended up losing the game, but a lot more physical as well. Elche were very up for it indeed, very up for it. So there you go. So that's the first off. Cranmer and Cooper very good as well. The goalkeeper, did pretty well. Obviously, he didn't concede any goals. Just saying. So this is the team in the second half. Obviously, Ivanovic came on 3 minutes early than everyone else. He came on 57. Everyone else came on 60. Evans, Tanganga, Aziz. Didn't really see much of him. Langstaff, Beaumont, Baker, Grant, Lamptey, Massey and Harding. So again, this is a bit of a downgrade, really. I mean, apart from Tanganga and Ivanovic, this is kind of similar to the game, was it the Crystal Palace game, where most of the first team players were involved in the starting 11, and then you've got Tanganga and Ivanovic in the second 11, which is interesting. But this team is a weaker team than the other team. The players that did do stuff, Ivanovic, Tanganga, but yeah, it was just they gave the armband to Harding. Interesting. Subs to Preswosny, Kendall and Drake. So yeah, interesting stuff. Now we got some pictures from the game today. Millwall took on the Liga side Elche CF in a pre-season friendly at the Pinatar Arena on Friday morning. A selection of the action from the searing hot Spain can be seen in the match gallery below. And that's another thing. So obviously, local time, the game kicked off at 10:30. So you imagine by the time of the second half, like you are playing under the midday sun. So there you go. Massimo Luongo looks happy. I don't know if they've told him he's going to get a contract or what. But interesting stuff. I don't know if Coburn's crouching down, but he doesn't look that tall. There, I don't know why they call him the lamppost. Let's have a little. There's Cranmer's chance, isn't it? There's Leonard. It was a bit so-so today, Leonard. Ivanovic, Kundal. That's the Gundal goal. You can see Amaku there. He put the ball through, and then Kundal, jabs it into the net. There you go. Happy, happy, happy. Joy, joy, joy. Happy, joy, joy. Happy, happy, joy, joy. Ivanovic there. That's an interesting look. Oh, I think he's pulling his shirt. Massey was very good today, and like I said, Langstaff, very motivated, shall we say. Langstaff was today. Aziz didn't really see much from him. I don't know if I missed it. Lamptey did okay again, but it's a lot harder. I don't know if Northampton Town are. I think Northampton Town might be in a bit of trouble, to be honest. They got I don't think that flattered us. I think it's more like Northampton weren't very good. So yeah. There you go. There's Jack Howland there. You can see the coaching team there behind. Coburn, Denor, Jake Cooper. And we're back to the team. So there you go. Now, here we go. This is youtube.com. Have you heard of it? I don't know if you have. If you go to Elche CF, that's the name of their channel. They were streaming the game. I had no idea. I paid $5.99 to watch it, and it was being streamed for free on YouTube. Oh my god! I could have bought a pint with that. But yeah, it's still up, by the way. The whole game in a replay if you wanted to watch it. So obviously, if you got a big old massive TV like I got, that's in front of me right now, and you've got a smart TV with YouTube on it, you can watch it on the YouTube. So I have shared a link on my post here. Where is it? Here. Nope. Here. There. 7,700 views. So I don't know, did any of you watch it? Did you manage to get on this and watch it for free this morning? Because that's a lot of views. So there must be some Millwall fans among them. But while we're here, thank you very much. Gracias. So yeah, full match replay. If you wanna analyze the players. A bigger crowd for this one as well. A lot more decent of crowd. And when Elche scored, like, you could hear people cheering. But I'm not sure if that was. I think the Elche fans were on the other side of the there's seating that you can see, and on behind the camera there's seating there. So I think they were separated. So yeah, if you want to watch the game back, here you go. But like I said, a lot going on this weekend, so maybe you won't. Now, shall we watch this? The club put this up. It's a 2-minute thing. I hope they don't mind. They did put it on X, so it is public. This is what they're doing out there. Interesting. They filmed this with the BFS, Mihailo Ivanovic, a Serb. Obviously trying to do a bit of PR for him. Get him out there, get his name out there, get a bit of publicity, whether that's good or bad. So let's have a little listen to this.
Join me on a day in the life of a pro footballer in the pre-season. Just grabbing the kit, getting ready for training. Kasper, come on, it's time for breakfast.
Okay, mate.
For breakfast, I decided to have some yogurt and some fruit. Then we went to Pinetari Arena to put in hard work. We start with some stretching before getting into the main session on the grass. Super hot out there, so it makes the work even harder. That's session number 1 in the back. See you in afternoon. I had bolognese for my lunch today, then it was time to relax for a couple of hours and enjoy playing darts with the lads. Oh, I'm under pressure now. Camille won this time, he was lucky, but I will beat him after dinner tonight.
It's nice night. No?
Bruh.
You doing? Swimming.
Yeah, but I won in the end. 2-1 for me.
2-1 for you, yeah?
No,
So there you won.
it's 4-3, not 2-1. 4-3 in the game for you.
Good for me.
Yeah. It's not 2-1, I won 3.
Easy.
We like it. Back out for session number 2. This was a little more tactical, preparing for the game the next day. Just finished another hot session. Now it's time to eat something and take some rest before the game tomorrow. After dinner we had a team meeting to help us understand more about our opponents tomorrow. So that's the day of my life in Millwall for pre-season. I'm off to bed now. See you later.
So there you go. You see that. It's interesting to see Cameron Negley there.
So that's the day of my...
Okay, cool. So there you go. Fascinating stuff. Yeah, interesting. Now, there's a game tomorrow, by the way. Well, there may be, there may not. Maidstone United versus Millwall Under-21s. Millwall Under-21s travel to Maidstone United for a pre-season friendly on Saturday afternoon, kick-off at 3 p.m. Kevin Nugent's side takes his side to the Gallagher Stadium for a meeting with the Stones in the Under-21 second friendly of 3. So, yeah. There's ticket info there, but we'll go to... Interestingly, they used a picture of Draco Praswosny, who was out. I think they've just flown back. They flew back Friday afternoon after the game. That's why the game was in the morning. Interesting if the players that were out there, the under-20, if they go straight off to Maidstone to play in this game tomorrow. It will be interesting if they do that. Obviously, Praswosny didn't play. And I think there was one other that didn't play. So, why not? Why not indeed? Now, this is from MaidstoneUnited.co.uk. So from themselves, the main people. What do they have to say? So Kevin Nugent brings his young Lions side to Kent this weekend as they continue preparations for the upcoming Professional Development League campaign. Millwall finished third in the South Division last season, narrowly missing out on the title by just one single point, so not far behind. So far this pre-season, they've recorded a 4-3 win over Kinetic Academy and a narrow 3 defeat to Luton Town under-21s. And both of those games were behind closed doors. So this will be the first game in front of a crowd. George Alakobi's side picked up their first pre-season win last Saturday against Isthmian Premier newcomers St Albans City. A well-taken free kick from John Gilbert and a late goal from the trialist sealed the victory. With this being the first of 3 remaining friendlies, expect more minutes for the signed players as they build fitness ahead of the league opener on Saturday the 9th of August. So their season starts the same day as ours, which I believe is the National League South. It says National League there. Or is it National League? I think it's National League South. So here you go. Kick-off at 3. Gates open at 1. James Watman Way, Maidstone, ME14 1LQ. It's £10 for adults, £5 for concessions, £2 for 11 to 17 year olds, and juniors is 7 to 10. Under 6s are free. But all children aged 16 and under must be accompanied by a paying adult unless they are a member of the Club ID membership card. Admission for home and away fans is via turnstiles 3 to 6, open from 1 p.m. And you can all on 3, 4, 5 and 6. It's e-tickets, card payments and cash payments. But if you have a guest pass, which is, I think it means if you got a free ticket from a player or something like that, you have to use turnstile 3. There's a big screen sport in the Spitfire Lounge. What games is on tomorrow? Is there the Open, the golf. Is the golf? Yeah, I think so. It's in Northern Ireland, isn't it? The Open, yeah. Food and drink in the town end. The Spitfire Lounge has hot and cold drinks. The town end cut and grill, hot food and drinks. The Genko stand has the Riverside cut and grill, hot food including burgers, chicken burgers, hot dogs, and Kentish made pies. What's that? What is that? I don't know what that is. Is that a company that makes pies called Kentish Made, or is it like Gypsy Tart, something like that? Is it like a specific pie recipe? Never heard of that. On first team match days, parking within the stadium is reserved. However, the nearest car parks are Maidstone East Station Pay and Display, 7-minute walk. County Road Station, 7-minute walk. Fremlin Walk Shopping Centre, and Lock Meadow Entertainment. That's a 15-minute walk. Motorists are advised that the surrounding streets have parking restrictions and only residents with permits can park there. Of course. Now, will this game actually go ahead? Will this game be postponed? Why am I saying that? Everyone's shitting their pants about this. It's this stuff called rain, which is basically water that falls from the sky. And we haven't seen it for a while, and everyone's shitting their fucking pants because there's quite a lot of it coming in a short space of time. It's currently raining at the moment in Kent, probably in Maidstone, but there's even more to come. So this bigger one that's now over Guernsey and Bretagne, if that comes over to Maidstone or misses and go to London, if it does all fall in Maidstone, obviously Maidstone's ground is alongside the River Medway, and it could be the situation that on the 19th of July, we have a situation where a game is postponed due to a waterlogged pitch. I don't know if they've got the covers out, but yeah, everyone's shitting themselves. There's flood warnings. All of this stuff, telling everyone to, buy bottled water and stock up and buy some bread, and, the stores are being raided and all this shit. The yellow weather warning. Ooh, the yellow weather warning. So yeah. And, it could be postponed because Maidstone did have a game next Tuesday, but that game was cancelled by Ramsgate. It was a Ramsgate away. So, if the pitch does get flooded, they could move the game to next Tuesday and then, not have to pay everyone their money back. So I don't know if that's a thing that they could do. So yeah, be prepared because this rain is coming in. It's supposed to land in obviously at the moment it's in Kent, but that bigger one is coming in. That's going to hit us at around 3 a.m. and it's going to keep raining apparently until about 12 p.m. So that's a long time, a lot of rain. So I would probably check before you set off for Maidstone if you do intend to do that. So there you go. I've helped you out. And on that note, thank you for watching. Goodbye. Maybe bring an umbrella.